This is Valley News Live at 6.
New information tonight on the victims of the double stabbing that have police still searching for the man they believe responsible. This morning near I-29 and University Avenue, 2 people were stabbed. Police are still searching for the man they say could be a threat to the public. He's described as over 6 feet, mid-20s, and a Hispanic man. He has a shaved head and a little bit of facial hair and was last seen wearing a brown shirt and blue jeans. Now on to an exclusive interview with one of the victims of that stabbing. We join Ryan Laughlin live with the very latest. Ryan, what can you tell us?
That's right, Christine. I'm here where it happened this morning. It happened on the 2nd floor of this apartment complex. One of the victims of the stabbings just got home. I talked with him about what happened. He says a man that he didn't know knocked on the apartment door this morning and then began stabbing his pregnant girlfriend. He says he fought off the attacker, tried to protect his girlfriend, and then took off, and he jumped off that balcony to try to evade.
She went to go open the door, and there was a skinny gentleman at the door staring at her with nothing but just hate, and just decided to start throwing a knife into her stomach and her chest. And I was heading out towards the back door, and I seen him throw her on the floor and was trying to grab her, and I just came up and tackled him and tried to do what I can. He stabbed me in the back of the head, and you know, at that point I didn't care. It was just about our lives. And next thing I know, after I get him off and, you know, fought him off of her, he came chasing after me, and I jumped off the balcony, you know, without any thoughts, and prayed that my girlfriend ran, and she did. So honestly, in my own sense, check your peepholes and make sure you guys have your doors locked, because if honestly our door was not locked, and if he decided to, he could have just came in and took, you know, whatever pleasures he liked.
Mr. Gonzalez says that his girlfriend and unborn baby boy are okay tonight. However, they're still in the hospital. They're pleading with people to lock their doors. Police are saying even to lock your doors and keep an eye out for this person. If you have any information, you should call the Grand Forks Police Department. Stay with ValleyNewsLive.com and check back later tonight for more on this story. From Grand Forks, I'm Ryan Laughlin, Valley News Live.
Thank you for that live report. Now, 125 pounds of marijuana. That's what West Fargo officers found on a routine traffic stop. And it might just be the largest drug bust in West Fargo history. It happened on I-94 when officers pulled over a man for a traffic violation. A canine unit was called in and sniffed out the drugs, leading to the search. That ended with the discovery of the drugs and the arrest of the driver, Hans Wagner from California. Police say they also found a marijuana wax and hashish in Wagner's car, which combined with the seized pot total more than $700,000 in illegal drugs. Wagner is currently being held in the Cass County Jail under delivery of marijuana charges. A teacher suffered a concussion while working with a student this past Friday at Carl Ben Eielson Middle School. We first learned about the incident when a concerned parent contacted our whistleblower hotline, saying that she was worried about the safety of other students. Officials have not yet released information on the events leading up to the injured teacher or the specifics of how the injury happened. We're continuing to gather details on this story, so make sure you stay tuned to Valley News Live for the latest. And as mentioned, that story came to us through our whistleblower hotline. So if you need help uncovering fraud and corruption in your community, call us at 701-237-6576 and leave your tip. A member of our investigative team will get on the case and go to work to expose the truth. A man convicted of killing 2 people in Fargo is set to be sentenced tomorrow. Ashley Hunter was found guilty on 2 counts of murder and 1 count of arson after Clarence Flowers and Sam Trout of Fargo were killed. Police say he then tried to burn down the house of one of the victims. Now, in an interview with Valley News Live, Hunter maintained his innocence, saying that he would never hurt anybody. His sentencing is set for tomorrow morning at 10:30. Grand Forks police are still looking for 2 men who they say pulled a gun on 2 people overnight. Those people told police that they were walking in the 700 block of 4th Avenue North when the 2 men began taunting them around 7:30 last night. An argument began, and at one point, one of the men pulled out a gun and threatened the victims. Another person tried to intervene, but then was attacked by one of the men. That person was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Police say they are looking for 2 white men about 20 to 30 years old. The man reported to have the gun is about 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 200 pounds with brown hair. And we're going to take a look at our weather tonight for this Labor Day holiday. Robert, it's kind of stormy out there. What's going on?
Still some showers and storms roaming about. Temperature-wise, mostly into the 60s, much cooler than yesterday. We were at 90 here in Fargo. Right now at 68 degrees, also 68 in Valley City, 61 in Bemidji, 70 in the Gwinner area. Wind speeds, they've been strong and gusty today. We've seen winds gust as high as 58 miles per hour in the Detroit Lakes area, 55 Wahpeton and Fergus Falls, 51 miles per hour in Valley City. A peak wind gust of 47 miles per hour here in Fargo. Those winds subside just a bit overnight tonight, but pick up again with gusts over 30 miles per hour on your Tuesday. A few clouds out there. Underneath those clouds, still seeing a few showers and a thunderstorm. The one thunderstorm we had east of Detroit Lakes, that is subsiding as it slides off towards the southeast. Here in Fargo, as we head through the rest of the evening, I think the chance for showers going by the wayside, but temperatures will be dipping on down to around 60 by 9 o'clock. A cool start to your work week on your Tuesday, but a nice warm up as we wrap up the week. We'll have the details on all that in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Robert. And at this time of the year, we're used to seeing those orange cones being taken down, not put up. But that's what's happening in South Fargo. Valley News Team's Ashley Bishop explains how a busy Fargo intersection will soon see temporary closures and how it will impact drivers.
The orange barrels are out and the signs are flashing. Although the real work won't begin until next Monday, lane reductions and preparations will begin tomorrow.
You know, there's so many projects going on. I may have heard of it, but you know, I didn't pay that much attention to it, especially coming this late.
O'Neill uses the 25th and 13th intersection daily and can see why the repair is needed. The intersection is full of patches and potholes, and the city of Fargo says the pavement is beyond maintenance.
Glad that they're ahead of it instead of behind it before it gets too rough, and that, especially with winter coming on and that. I'd like to see it fixed before it's impacting driving in the winter.
When I do go over here, it is a pain, I guess.
Some employees at local businesses say they are not looking forward to the project, but knows it needs to be done. Customers like O'Neill say they won't let the orange cones stop him from coming to get his coffee, but does hope the weather cooperates for construction crews.
Worry that if there's fall rains or early ice storms or something like that, that it would impact how it gets finished.
I mean, like they say, North Dakota, there's either winter or construction season, so I mean, I guess I just kind of put up with it. Can't complain.
This busy intersection will not fully close, but you should anticipate delays. In Fargo, Ashley Bishop, Valley News Live.
And the work zone speeds will change from 35 to 25 miles per hour. The city says the construction schedule can change due to weather. And speaking of construction in Fargo, there's even more set to get underway tomorrow. Main Avenue from 2nd Street South to 4th Street South will be shut down one lane both ways. You can still get to businesses in the area, but left turns in and out of parking lots are blocked off. The construction is to make way for underground utility work in the area, which is expected to be finished within a week. And it's no secret, we're paying quite a bit at the pump when it comes to gas prices around the FM area. And the holiday weekend, coupled with the Hurricane Harvey's aftermath, really makes them rise. Stores around the area have several different ways to save when it comes to pump perks. Cashwise offers a program where you buy specific store products to save up to 15 cents a gallon. Hornbachers has something similar, offering cents off after grocery purchases of $10 or more, up to 12 cents off per gallon. Anyone can buy gas at Sam's Club, but only club members get those deep discounts. And over at Costco, only members can purchase fuel there. So, are these programs worth it?
I do use them, but I don't go to the store just to get them.
If I'm at a place where I get a lower price, I definitely make a point to stop there and fill up.
The lowest price per gallon we found today was at Costco at $2.18 a gallon. With Labor Day coming and going, Minnesota schools are now set to start classes again for the year. Empty schoolyards and classrooms here in Moorhead will be bustling with new activity of the school year. Minnesota state law prevents schools from starting before Labor Day, so tomorrow will be the first chance for kids to get back in classes. And Minnesota's obesity rate spiked back up last year after improvements in earlier years. Information released by the Centers for Disease Control says that 27.8% of Minnesotans were obese in 2016, which was up from 26.1% the year before. While the rate is on the rise, it's still lower than the national average and better than North Dakota. In addition to a lack of physical activity and difficult economic situations, Officials point to stress as a big factor in the state's obesity issue. And Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton will be in Crookston tomorrow to hold a town hall meeting on water quality. The forum is part of the governor's initiative to improve Minnesota's water quality by 25% by 2025. That effort relies on public awareness of what people can do on an individual level to keep the state's water clean. The town hall will take place on the University of Minnesota campus at 6:30 tomorrow. Later on Valley News Live.